6.25 million people dead, only 11.65 billion doses administered. If we don't band together to get the other 10 million doses administered, the world will still feel the devastating destruction of coronavirus. Hello delegates, my name is Joshua Sparks and I am glad to be at the One Young World Summit. I am sure you all here know about the very recent and controversial move to make COVID vaccines mandatory. I have fully experienced COVID firsthand, and the benefits that being fully vaxxed came through within my week of isolation. To truly take control of COVID and to improve global health, the COVID-19 vaccine needs to be mandated globally. There are multiple reasons surrounding my opinion on this issue. The first reason involves the vaccine providing a large amount of protection and benefits with very few side effects. My second reason for why the vaccine should be mandated is due to the worldwide healthcare system crisis that COVID has caused. Through mandatory vaccines, we can improve global health system, and I have faith that through the perseverance of the world, we can strive to mandate the vaccine and in turn put an end to COVID's hostile, harmful and heartbreaking reign of terror. Due to the vaccine being extremely effective and efficient at defending against COVID, it should be mandated to ensure everyone's safety and in turn improving global health. The vaccine was created, experimented and produced from some of the world's best organizations through global cooperation. These include the World Health Organization, UNICEF, Gavi and CEPI. These reputable and credible organizations ensured the safety of the vaccinations. This was done by multiple levels of clinical and practical trials. And as time goes on, the vaccine will continue to be refined to become even more safe and effective. Dr. Campo, the director of the health programs in UNICEF, explained, the COVID-19 pandemic has seriously impacted the lives of children and young people, and the immunization process will be an important step towards recovery. This graph is representing the COVID death rates in Switzerland among unvaccinated, vaccinated with no booster, and fully vaccinated people between the period of January 2021 and April 2022. It is very clear to see there are major differences when comparing the unvaccinated to the fully vaxxed. These differences of death rates provide clear evidence to the effectiveness the vaccine provides, proving that with the mandated vaccination, the whole world would become protected and safe from the deadly virus. The most spread and talked about risk from COVID-19 is blood clotting. This figure below displays the cases of CVT, which is the most common outcome of blood clotting caused by COVID and the vaccines. This displays that the risk of getting blood clots from the vaccines is much lower itself than the virus. This means that it is just safer to get the vaccine due to a low risk compared to if you end up contracting the virus, then gain the higher risk of blood clotting. This so-called major side effect is in fact very minor. In comparison with other vaccinations and medications, it has very low risk. One of the most common contraceptives, the pill, has been researched and proven to show that 0.3 to 1% of users experience blood clots throughout a 10-year period. This, when compared to the vaccination status, is drastically higher, proving that the vaccine is reliable and safe, creating no reason that it should not be mandated globally. This safe and effective vaccine should be mandated worldwide to help recover and improve the global health system. Due to the world's critical health system being in crisis, the vaccine needs to be mandated to relieve the overwhelming pressure that COVID has created. The world's health system has been in crisis since the start of COVID-19. Due to the large amount of support and resources that COVID has stripped from the health system, it has caused it to go into a rundown and overwhelmed state. One way that this can be helped involves increasing vaccination rates, which will lower the amount of medical attention in relation to COVID cases. For example, in Australia, even after the large progress that has been made with vaccination status, there is still currently 3,218 people hospitalised due to COVID and COVID-related issues, and there is 134 people in the ICU. Most of these hospitalizations are still unvaccinated. In places such as the US, it is even worse, with a current 12,355 people hospitalised and 1,552 people in ICU, which once again, the majority is unvaccinated. This is shown among many hospitals around the world. Mrs. Wilson, who is the Union Secretary of the Griffith-based Hospital, New South Wales, stated that, "I can honestly say that this is the absolute worst I've ever seen." These high number of cases are stopping the health system from recovering from past major outbreaks of COVID and restricting access to medical facilities that are needed by others. This stress on the health system is extremely present within the lower economic countries and third world countries. The countries with a higher than 20% increase in death rates throughout COVID are Mexico, Colombia, Chile, Slovak Republic, United States, and the Czech Republic. The two highest on this list both have a 56 and 48% increase in death, and that is Colombia and Mexico. These rates will not decrease if the pressure strain on the hospitals is not released, and the only way that we can release that is vaccination. By mandating the vaccination, these numbers of hospitalizations are predicted to drop drastically with only a few cases needing serious medical attention. The only barrier that is blocking the mandate is ethics. There are multiple values and beliefs that become violated if mandates were to occur. These values mainly consist of having a right on what happens to your body. However, that decision puts the lives of others in jeopardy, and I believe that it should be overruled. COVID vaccines should become fully mandatory in order to create a safer and protected world, improving the global health system. The two main reasons that COVID vaccine should become mandatory are the deaths that the vaccine has prevented and can continue to prevent if they become mandatory, and second, why the vaccine should become mandatory is to prevent COVID cases, clogging up hospitals and putting strain on the system. All of you here today may not be able to mandate the vaccine yourself. However, you can strive for the vaccination of the world through protests and campaigns.